Hello? 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 Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Sorry, I by mistake for fifth semester I said in the group. Okay. Sorry for that. You can go to this one. Now it's visible for this PPT.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now last class I stopped here. I think you didn't see this one. This one, no? Now it's visible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll go to this one for register to register transfer. By using the flip-flop, how to verify the data, how it will pass the with the help of flip-flops. In the flip-flop also we are consider only D flip-flop. D flip-flop is nothing but you can take only one input and also you can give the one output with the help of D flip-flop. Just you have to change this how to transfer the information from one flip-flop to another flip-flop. One by one we'll see this one here. For example, you can take this is a deep flip-flop. When the data, these are the data. This is my first data. This is my second data. This is my third data. This is my fourth data. This data I have to load it to deep flip-flop. That is nothing but it will take the input one. This is also input, and this is also input, and this is also input. See here, when the input is one, clock is enable, nothing but clock is also 1 and load is also enable, this is also 1. Then what is the output that you have to find out. See here, input is 1, clock is 1, load is 1. Just you have to add 1 plus 1 plus 1. What is the value we'll get here? Output. See here, manual also you can check. 1 plus 1 0, correct? 0 plus 1 1. That is the output for D flip-flop of
Sir,
Q1.
can you repeat this, sir?
Sir, see here, don't get confused for external examination. I will show you 1 second also. Here there are 4 flip-flops, clear? This is my input, correct? This input I can load to the D flip-flop. While loading, when it is 1, clock is enable. Clock is enable is nothing but we can consider as 1. Sir, ನಿಮ್ಮ HOD ಮೇಡಮ್ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಂದಿದ್ರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಮಾಡಲ. Okay. Hello. Clock is equal to 1. Load is equal to also 1. Clear? Hello. Hello, students.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes,
When
sir.
it is input is 1, clock is also 1, enable is also 1, load is also 1. How many ones will get? Input is 1, clock is 1, load is 1. What I would write? 1 plus
1 plus
1
1 plus 1.
plus 1. Clear? 1 plus 1 plus 1. These two you can add first. 1 plus 1 carries
0.
1. Answer is 0.
0.
Correct? Next, you have to add 0 plus 1. These two. What is the answer you'll get?
1.
1.
1,
This
sir.
is the output for 1 for first flip-flop. In the same thing, you can take the second flip-flop also, you'll get 1. Third flip-flop is 0. Clear? See here. Third flip-flop is 0. When it is input, data input is 0, clock is disable, enable is also disable, clock is equal to 0, load is also 0, 0 plus everything is 0. Clear? In the same thing, you can take the 1, will get the 1. Like that, you have to analysis for the using 4 flip-flop within serial with the clock enable. Clear? Understood this one?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Okay, next we'll go to this. This is the how to analyze the circuit diagram with the help of register to register. See here, when the load is zero, clock is disabled. Register hold the data. Then you can see here in the next also register and register transfer. He took the 4 symbol manually. This is the basic symbol of the 4-bit register using bus notation for D inputs and Q Q outputs. See here, when you are connected to the parallelly, while transferring the parallel data, what is the output you will get for the Q1 and Q2 that you can consider as a Q is register. Here they are used for the tri-state buses. Here there are 4 flip-flops, A1, A2 and B1, B2. A1 and B1 you can short circuited connected to the tri-state bus, and also you can take A2 and B2. This is also tri-state bus. That is nothing but you have to carry the information from A1 to B1, A2 to B1. These two are you can consider as register A and also register B. In this register A and B, hello, good morning, sir. Sir, class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀನಿ sir, ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, okay. Hello. You can take register A and register B. You can take the enable is what values, and here they are used for the inverter. See here, my inverter, see this 1 minute. I will allow them. See here, my inverter is, suppose input is 0. What is the complementary of 0? We'll get the 1. Clear? Next,
One.
this one, it will go to this of tri-state to this tri-state. This tri-trace, what is the input will get? 1. D1 is 1. What is the output? When it is D data input is 1, clock is also enable, load is also enable. What is the output? Suppose, for example, you can take the output is 1. Again, you can take the, if you're taking input is 1, complementary is 0. Next, you can take this values 0. This is also disable. This is also disable. You will get the result is 0. In the same thing, you can take the this tri-state also. You can apply the data for the inputs as well as output also. How to analyze the this circuit in parallelly connected in this. Here you can see, here you will see when the data transfer between the register. For example, if your data transfer between the register, if enable is equal to 1, load is equal to 1, then output register A is enable. That is on tri-state bus, data register will be A and stored at the Q. Then you can rising edge clock of 1. Suppose data transfer between the register, if the enable is 0, load is also 1, the output register it will goes to the B, then it will be enable, then it is also tri-state bus, that it will store the Q after the rising edge of the clock. Okay, see here, in this also, while using the 8-bit register with the tri-state, you can use the, while using 8-bit register tri-state, this is for the integrated circuit of register. It contains the D flip-flop with the tri-state buffer at the flip-flop outputs, and these buffers are enabled when enable is equal to 0. If the symbols of 8-bit register is shown in the figure for the B, and we'll see how it is connected to this in the register. With the help of bus, you can carry the information from the this circuit diagram. See here register AG and register H. Through this, you can take the input or take the data inputs, and whatever data input you will take from the register G and register H, that you can carry with the help of buses. Either it may be register A, register B, register C, and register D. Whatever data input you will receive from this register, that you have to decode it with the help of decoder. See here, while transferring from one of the 8-bit register into one of two other registers. See here, one of 8-bit to one of two register. When the 8-bit of data is transferred in the parallelly, register A, B, C, and D to generate to register G and H in the both. In the same thing, if you're transferring using tri-state, if E and F is equal to 0, 0, that it will be stored to the register A, that it will through a register G and register H. Suppose if EF is equal to 0 and 1, that data it will store to the B, that is also G and H. In the same thing, you can see the others also while receiving the data. If the load G1, the signals on the bus loaded into the register after rising clock edge also into register H. In the same thing, you can register in the parallel adder with accumulator. Suppose if your computer or any circuits, it is frequently desirable or it frequently store the number of register or store the information in through a flip-flop. That is also you can consider as accumulator. Accumulator, what is the standard value of accumulator in C language? Anyone? What is the standard value of accumulator for C language? Then I will tell you the digital circuit. Then I will tell you the microprocessors. What is the accumulator value? A value. How to calculate the accumulator values in C? Already was studied in the previous semester for C programming, no? What is the standard values of accumulator? Hello? Hello? What is the standard values of accumulator? What is the standard value of accumulator? Already was studied in the previous semester. How to calculate the standard values of accumulator in C language?
Don't know, sir.
Already was studied in the C programming, no?
No, sir.
Then how you will pass the C language? Already I think you studied in the lab also. I don't know how what you studied. Okay, next you can go to the register and register transfer parallel adder with the accumulator. While using the parallel adder, you can use the accumulator. What you have to do, if there is any accumulator, if there is any frequency desirable, that you can store the number of register in the flip-flop, that is called as accumulator. If you are having add to the second number and leaving to the result, that is also it will store to the accumulator. If you built any parallel adder or accumulator to add to the register in full adder. See here, while using the full adder, you can see this is the n bit parallel adder uh, with the accumulator. These are the flip-flop for D flip-flop, and here also they are used for the accumulator and register with the full adder. See here, suppose if you are using the x is equal to 1 to n number of values, that it will store to the accumulator. If you are using to the y, that is also it will store to the full data inputs. And if you are if you are using to the sum x and y appear at the adder output, you can a signal is used to the load the adder output into the accumulator flip-flop on the rising edge. See here, while using the n bit parallel adder accumulator, before addition can take place, the accumulator must be loaded with the x. How to loaded with the x? I will show you here. Uh, Suppose if your input data input is 1 1. Clear? Suppose if you are having data input is 1 1. Before taking this data input, we have to add 1 plus 1. Answer is will get 0. That you can add to the accumulator. Through accumulator, you have to load the data in X. This can be either it may be clear the accumulator, add the multiplexer, or add the inputs, or subtract, multiplication, anything also you can do with the help of accumulators. See here, if you clear the accumulator, then the using the asynchronous clear inputs, then you can use the flip-flop, then you can put the values in the X and Y inputs, then you have to add, then you can check the normal way how it is behavior for the accumulator. In the same thing, you can see in the multiplexer. In the multiplexers also, you could select the either Y input or data inputs. That data Y and data inputs for the Y, you have to add to the output, and that after adding to the output, just you have to load after loading, how the data is generated, how the data is varying in the accumulator, you have to check. In the same thing, you can use the shift register. Why you are using the shift register? Because if you are connected to the more number of D flip-flop in series or parallel also, while connecting this more number of D flip-flop in series and parallel, by the time with the help of shift register, just you have to move the data from one D flip-flop to the another D flip-flop. So for you, suppose if you are using only one D flip-flop, it is not required for the shift register. For example, I will give you the best example. You can take the traffic signal. In the traffic signal also, it will simultaneously it is keep on changing the track, also keep on changing the digits also. While changing, they are used for the shift register, because shift is nothing but which is the next number. Suppose if it display is 0, which is next number, you can shift to the next one. Next you can go to the keep on changing the numbers, also keep on shifting the data from one D flip flop to the another D flip flop also. If you are using only one, for example, if I wanted to display your name, or if you wanted to display your college, just you can write Vvit Bangalore. Suppose if you wanted to display the name V plus second V I T Bangalore. If you have to keep on shifting the register, then you have to display. See here in the shift register also, register in which binary data can be stored, that can be after storing also, that data can be shifted to the left or right also when shift signal is applied. Suppose if you have any bits shifted, either it may be 0 or 1, at the end of register, it may be lost or it may be register cyclic type. Bit shifted out need and shifted back to the other end also. That is also possible. Next here, while using the shift register, there are many classification for register. First one is either you can shift into serial, or you can shift to the while serial in using shifting the data, either you can shift in serial right or left also. Second one, you can use the serial in shift left and serial in out. That is also if your series connected. And also you can take the parallel also. I have shown in the circuit diagram simple how to shift the data. If you are shifting the data serial input 0000 output, what is the output will get, then that output also you can shift to the right, act as a input. That is also you can see it in the parallel also. After the parallel, you can use the parallel in and parallel output. Whatever input you are displaying, that is also you can keep on changing. These are the types of register. We'll see the first one. You can shift register in right. You can take, there are four D flip flops. In the day four D flip flop, you can take the serial inputs and serial output. Suppose if your shift is 1, serial input D is 1, and when it is 1, data input is 1. See here, don't get confused. When the data input is 1, clock is also enable. That indicates 1. That indicates, you can see it will start from 0. That is clock is also 1. This is input and clock is also 1. You have to add this. What is the result you will get? That you can take 1 1, you will get the 0. Then when it is 0, clock is disabled. That is 0 0 0. Final output will get the 0. Then also clock is disabled. 0 0, output will get 0. And when you'll get the data input is 0, clock is also disabled. Final output is 0 for serial output. You have to check and trace manually also. Okay, this is very important for the how to analyze and how to trace the data in digital form. Whatever you have studied in the C programming also, I think they explain in the right shift, left shift, either also parallel and serial also. While shifting the data from series or parallel also, that you have to analyze this in the digital formation. Here also same thing you can do in the right shift to register, and the same thing you can use the left shift, and also you can use to the uh, uh, okay, see here. Next is you can see how it is generated to the timing diagram. While shifting this, what I showed you, how to trace the same thing you have to trace in the external examination. Same thing you can explain the how you are trace the inputs for the how you are shifted to the one D flip flop to the another D flip flop. While taking the first D flip flop input, what is the data input? How it will changes to the second D flip flop? We have to check one by one. In the same thing, while shifting the, for example, you can take the note down. shows the number of 0100 enter in serially 4-bit shift register using D flip-flop. Also write the state table. This they ask for the external for previous year. Note down. I will show you how to uh, enter the data in serially 0100. What is the output will get? Note down first example. Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Note down this example is very important for external examination. Note down past. I will trace you. I will show you how to take this data, how to check the inputs and everything. Note down. Completed.
No, sir.
Okay. Note down past. Note down past. Sir. ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ನನಗೆ ಬೆಳಗಿನ ಹೇಳ್ಯಾರ. Is not coming. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳ್ಯಾರ. ನಾನು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾ ಅಂತೀನಿ. ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ನಮಗೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಅಂತಂದೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಬರಕತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ, ಅವ್ರು 15 ದಿವಸ ಬರೋದ ಇಲ್ಲ. Hello. Hello. Hello, students. Completed this exam. Note down and see here. I will explain you. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See here. 100% they will ask for external examination. This example. See here what he said. So how the number of 0100 is entered in serially in 4-bit shift register using D flip-flop. Okay. You can take, you can draw these 4-bit of D flip-flop. One, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is for my serial data inputs. This is will connected to the clock. See here, first input I will shift it in the serially. See here, how many clocks I will take? I will take 0, 1, 2, anything. My input is 0, 1, 0, 0. What is the input? First is serial input is 0. Clear? 0. When it is serial data input is 0, clock is also disable. This will get the output is 0. Then output is first D flip flop output 0. Then clock is also disable. That output will get the 0. Then you can clock is also 0. Output will get the 0. Final output also will get 0. See here, first one is it will shift it to 0, then 0, then 0, then 0. Clear? If you keep on changing serial also 0, 0, 0, 0. Take next is 1. Next you can take 1. Check this one, 1. Just when it is input is 1, clock is also 1. What is the output here? Next, you have to shift it to 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1. Next, if you're 0, everything will get the 0. Same thing, you can follow the external examination. Tell me anyone.
Sir, didn't understand, sir.
Here, first input is you can take 0. Here, first data input is 0. Clear? When data input is 0, clock is 0, disable. 0 plus 0, what is the output? For example, you can take the 0. Then when it is this input is output is 0, take act as a second D flip flop of input is 0, clock is also 0. Next, this add this, you'll get the 0 output, or this R act as a D flip flop for input 0, the clock is disabled, then output will get the 0. Same thing, you can shift it to the D flip flop of input is 0, clock is also 0. What is the output will get? 0, 0. Understood this?
Sir, so
Understood?
out so so output
Tell
is serial date. So sir,
serial.
output is serial data input plus clock.
When the serial data input is 0, clock is disable. When the serial data input is 1, clock is enable. Clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Like that you have to shift it. Next, we'll see.
No,
Next
so
one.
so in the first so in the
Tell
sir
me. It's not clear properly.
flip flop. Yeah,
Hello?
hello.
Tell me. Hello?
Yeah. So in the first flip flop, hello.
Yeah, tell me.
So in the first flip flop, so serial data input is D and clock will be 0 if serial data input is 0. So Q
See
output
here.
will be
Don't get confused. Here I will tell you.
C plus
When
clock.
you
No,
are
so
consider serial data input is 0, automatically clock is disabled. That is nothing but clock is not working. That you can consider as 0. Keep it in your mind. When the serial data input is 1, clock is enable. Enable is nothing but clock is equal to 1. Clear? Hello?
no, so I'm asking about in the first flip flop. There's Q, right?
Uh, you have to
So
add,
the
then what is the
Q
answer you'll
Q
get?
result is serial data input. Okay, okay.
Okay, next. We'll see the next one. See here. Next example, you can note down this one also. Second one, you can note down. ಅದನ್ನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹಚ್ಕೊಳೋದ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಹೋಗಿ ತಿಂತೀವಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೈ ಐತಿ because of you only we will get that's out, I told you can reserve one seat. ಮನೆಗೆ ಏಜ್ ಆಧಾರ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸತ್ಯ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಏಜ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರ್ಬೇಡಿ, ದೂರ ಇದೆ. ಅವರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು, ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ದೂರ ನಿಂತು ಮಾತಾಡಿ. ನನಗೇನೋ ಬಂದು ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದ್ 2 ದಿವಸ ಹೆವಿ ವಿಪರೀತ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಇತ್ತು ನನಗೆ. ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಕೈ ನೋಯ್ತಿತ್ತು ನನಗೆ, ಈಗ ನೋಯಲ್ಲ ಮೈಕೈ. ನನಗೆ 2 ದಿವಸ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್, 1ನೇ ದಿವಸ ಅಂತೂ ಹೆವಿ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್. ನನಗೆ ಯಾಕೋ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. 2ನೇ ದಿವಸ ಲವಂಗ ನಾನು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತವರೆಗೆ ನಾನು ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀರು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹಲೋ, completed this example, note down. Hello students. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next class I will continue this same example. Okay, you
Yes,
can
sir.
try and tell me the
Okay,
answer
sir.
in the next class.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.